conversations. Tell me about your trials and all your tribulations. Healing conversations. I listen with my heart, cause all of it is sacred. Healing conversations. I tell you about my trials and all my tribulations. Healing conversations. Just listen with your heart, cause all of it is sacred.
Hello, welcome to Golden Throne Alchemy YouTube channel, where we alchemize the mind, the body, and the soul. Today, we begin Grief Alchemy, a sacred conversation series. My name is Laura. I am the creator of Golden Throne Alchemy, and I'm also the heart behind Grief Alchemy. I created this space for parents like me, whose lives have been shattered from the loss of a child. This grief that we're navigating is so profound. It's so unique. Most of the world cannot comprehend this. This is not a series about moving on. This is not a place of platitudes or easy answers. This is a sacred space, a space where we can honor the truth that losing a child is unlike any other loss. A space where we can come together, share our stories, honor their elevated spirit, and keep their memory alive. And through these conversations, I hope to bring awareness to the world that the plight of a parent's grief stays with you for life. In each episode, I will sit down and have a sacred conversation with a parent, a mother or a father who has walked this path. You'll hear their stories, their truth, their journey. One parent's pearl of wisdom can help another parent take their next breath. Today, I will share my story, the story of my son, and how I created this space, this sacred space for us all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your courage. Let's begin.
Tell us about Brian. Who was he?
Tell you about Brian? Who was he? Okay. Who wasn't he? Okay. Brian was my protector. For the longest, it was just, Brian and my daughter and I. So he was the protector of both of us. As a child and as an adult. And as an adult, sometimes he went a little too far, he was a little too protective. I would have to tell Brian, okay, son, I'm an adult, I got it, I'm okay, But that was just how he showed love. When he was a young boy, we loved to dance. We danced in my living room. I had this apartment, and we would dance in the living room to Frankie Beverly and Maze. And he was my stepping partner, and if the song came on, he would come get me or I would come get him, and we would dance together. Those are fond memories. Every time I hear a Frankie Beverly and Maze song, since he's been gone, I just get teary-eyed because I think about those beautiful moments. He was a comedian. He made everybody laugh. He has such a creative mind. His mind was very creative. He had these eyes that pierced your soul when he looked at you. Brian had a spiritual side, and he saw the world from a different lens, different than most people. Brian had his own little language. I call them Brianisms, and his cousin even shared with me, we still use all those little sayings, Brian used to say. you know. He was often misunderstood though, you know, and I understood him. He had his struggles just like all of us do in life, but at the end of his life, he was doing so well. I was so proud of my baby. That's my son, Brian.
What happened to Brian?
What happened to Brian? So, April 9th, 2023, it was Easter Sunday. And I got a knock on my door. And I thought it was my son, because sometimes he would be out partying and he would come late, and I would tell him, Brian, don't ring the doorbell after 12, just, you know, spend the night where you're at and come later. And so the doorbell was ringing, and I'm like, I told this boy it's not come this late. And so I just kind of turned over and like, I'll get up in a minute. And then I heard this banging at the door. And then I heard these sirens. And I put on my robe. I walked down to the front door, and I see an officer. I've lived in my neighborhood for over 20 years, and I saw a sergeant that I knew very well. And I opened the door. I immediately knew something was wrong with my son. And I said, what's wrong with Brian? And he said, Lord, there was an accident. You need to go to Harvey Police Station. I screamed. I sailed to the floor. I called my daughter, and she came, and we started to drive down Halsted. And it was this yellow tape. And I'm like, I wonder, does this have something to do with my son? And our officer walked up, like we got out of the car. I said, hi, you know, got a call, you know, there was an accident. My son, at that time, I didn't know what happened. He said, do you have an ID? And I said, yes. I gave him my ID. He walked over, and I saw like a white cover, like somebody was under the white cover. And I said, is that my son? And he came back and gave me my ID and said, yes. And I asked him what happened. And he said a car hit him. And they just kept going. And a couple stopped and called 911. And they saw it on the camera where the couple got out and looked and got back in their car. And then the girl didn't get back out, and the guy just stood there with my son until they came. But when the ambulance arrived, he was already gone. And this has been the most difficult thing I've ever experienced. He's my only son. I lost him at 33. He had so much life to live. Like I said, he just started a new job and was on the right path. And his life was taken by someone without a conscience. The person was never found. No one ever went to jail. No one ever got a citation. His case is closed, and I have no closure. And the pain of that, I have no words.
Looking back on your journey, was there a type of support or understanding you desperately needed but found was missing?
Looking back on my journey when I lost Brian, something that was missing, yes. I'm a very strong person. At the time of my son's transition, I'm the matriarch of my immediate family, so I'm the person that handles everything. So when my sister and brother transitioned and my parents, I was the person that organized and created everything and put everything together. But when I lost my son, I was in a grief quicksand. It was hard to move. It was hard to function. It was hard to plan. I missed a lot. Even in his eulogy, I couldn't. I was in the fog of it all. I couldn't think. I didn't even know what I wanted or needed because I was not functioning like a normal human being. I was in shock. I was numb. I was scared. Things that I needed just didn't get done. I never even wrote my thank you cards. Because people, and I understand, I'm not mad at anyone because I know how people look at me. But I wasn't the strong woman that people think I am. I was fragile and I needed help and I didn't have it. Like I said, I never wrote my thank you cards. Every time I would pull the bag out of the basement, I would open up the book, right? And then I just go back to the funeral and I would just start shaking and I would just put it to the side. I even typed up a letter to everybody. I was like, okay, I can't write them all out, but I'll type up a letter and just put them in every card. I typed up the letter and I just set it aside. But I needed someone to do that for me. I didn't have it. I just wasn't together at that time. I could barely function. When a parent has lost a child, people ask me what did I need, but I didn't know. So when someone is in that situation, just pay attention to what's going on. Just do things. I'll take care of the thank you cards. I'll do this for you. Here, let me help you write the eulogy. Because I left so much out of my sons because I just couldn't think. Those are the things that I needed.
When it comes to the people who showed up for you, what words or actions truly felt like a lifeline? And what are some things people did that were not helpful?
What was helpful for me was in my deepest, darkest moments, when I was like in the thick of the grief, like balled up in my bed in a fetal position and couldn't get out of bed, like a friend of mine might call me and I'm looking at it and I don't want to answer. And she'll call 2 or 3 times. And then I finally pick up. And she said, like, I know you're hurting. I'm on my way. And I was mad. I don't want company. But when they came, or my friends just knocked on the door or just showed up in my yard because they know I like sitting outside, even though I didn't feel like I wanted company, I appreciated them understanding where I was and that I needed support. And that I needed someone to just sit there and just be with me, even if they didn't talk. Or they would talk amongst themselves and I'd say something funny or they'll dance. It'll lift my spirits a little. That was helpful. People sending all the flowers and the cards. It was comforting because I felt loved. Just the support, having people around, taking their lots of time. Staying at my house late at night, visiting me more than normal. That helped me a lot. But the things that were not helpful, people should not do to grieving parents is tell them how to grieve. Tell them you're not over that by now. Or asking triggering questions like, did your son suffer? Like, I know that person may be just curious, but asking something like that is very triggering. Part of creating the space is because I've talked to so many parents and they go through the same thing that I do. And that the people, their family, their spouses, their friends, their employers, they don't understand what this plight is like.
What do you want to say to Brian on the other side?
I want him to know that I love him, that I'm so proud of what he did in life. I'm proud of what he's done through his transition. And I'm actually grateful for what it's done to me, even though it's been painful. Because of my son, I'm going to help a lot of children, and I'm going to help a lot of grieving parents. And I just want him to know that I see you, son. I feel your presence. And I know that you're right here with me, helping guide this mission. And I'm grateful. Today is Brian's birthday. He would have been 36 today. We're doing business as Brian's way. It's one of 5 pillars of my work. This program will raise the collective consciousness of our youth. We're going to give them the foundation that Brian had, the tools that they need to navigate this world, so we can reduce all crime. Every time I look at social media, I see a young person passing away. And I know that I have to do my part to help our children. My vision is to see programs like Brian's Way flourish in every city across this nation, a sacred network of light, of love, and of guidance for our youth. But I can't walk this path alone. This is a divine call to action. For those of you who feel the stirring in your soul, who are being called to serve your community, I will share the Brian's Way curriculum with you. Together, we can co-create a movement that transforms lives and elevate the consciousness of our youth. Together, we can build a legacy of healing that honors not just the children who transitioned, but all the children who are still here, waiting for us to show them the way. Thank you for watching. Please watch this short birthday tribute to my son, Brian.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Life, life, life. Celebrate life, celebrate life. Celebrate life. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Happy birthday, yeah, my friend. Yeah. One more year on them. Yeah. Go on, one a vibe. Give thanks for life. Next year we doing it again. Yeah, yeah. Happy birthday, yeah, my friend. Whoa. One more year on them. Yeah. More life to you, can we there till the end. Real from me heart, no pretend. Big birthday, bash. If I ever on the ground, liquor, splash. Give thanks for we life, oh gosh. Watch it, they make me go dip in at the stash. Drink and smoke so we frost. Turn up the sound box. Girl, them a bubble to the max. Everything well, cool and relax. So we send out the location. They a pass spot. We a pop champagne non-stop, yeah. Happy birthday, yeah, my friend. Yeah. One more year on them. Yeah. Go on, one a vibe. Give thanks for life. Next year we doing it again, yeah, yeah. Happy birthday, yeah, my friend. Whoa. One more year on them. Yeah. More life to you, can we there till the end. Real from me heart, no pretend. Yeah. Still I live, so we loving life. It's another year, so we are rejoice. Be a family around, we not paranoid. Gratitude is a must, so make we build a vibe. Yeah, the most I prayer we not go without. If a negative, me tell you love it out. Heart clean with health and strength, what you are worried about. While the most I blessing you.
Until next time, honor your feelings. Remember, you're not alone. We are here, pulling each other up, healing our collective hearts, one conversation at a time. Your child's life matters, and so does yours. This is Grief Alchemy.